standing alone, that could sometimes be beneficial. What I mean is like give like a solid couple inches in between. And sometimes you have stuff and it's stacked, everything's stacked on stacks. Sometimes like the frequency can interfere. So sometimes you can see some hiccups, or if they take a bunch of generators and stack them on top of each other. Sometimes we have found that that will help out with any kind of errors, resolving that. So that's one little best trick of the trade. Another thing that we've seen a lot of, which surgeons have complained about, and I also think could be eliminate some of these cord failures, is pulling the right harmonic for them. Larry, you've worked a lot with me on this. Sometimes they'll bring in a processed harmonic. Now, some surgeons want that, that's fine. The issue that we're having though, sometimes they're not aware that it's happening, and that can be the cause of the cord. So that's what we're working on right now to talk to all the staff, which if you want to use to strike your harmonic, by all means, that's your right to do.
You mean the refurbished?
What's that?
The refurbished one?
Yep, the used one. So here is a real one,
Mm-hmm.
and then here is the used one. You'll see there's a blue striker.
Striker. Okay.
Now, some people want that. I mean, I know one surgeon off the top of my head, usually
That's
doctor,
the refurbishment?
that's the refurbished one. Like some surgeons will want that if they really want to be cost conscious. Dr. Marone in Weinberg, sometimes he'll prefer to pull a used one.
So how much the difference between the two?
I don't know.
Well, you're worried about the price. I noticed that. You're like gym now.
Because they want the refurbished.
Unfortunately, I
Probably
really don't know.
cheaper.
I'm not like allowed to know that
He's
information.
probably
Someone would
getting a
have to tell me.
bonus every year.
So what this is my harmonic that they take, they clean it up, and then they sell it back for like half the
yeah,
box.
Okay.
So what we've seen, when I'm trying to connect the dots, so like I said, if you want to use that, it's fine. I'm not here to bash up the company. But the thing is though, that fails like double the amount of times.
Yeah.
Because it is a used device. So sometimes, what we're seeing all these cords come up, and I'm testing them.
So, the blue ones are refurbished ones?
What's that?
The blue cords are refurbished?
Nope, the blue ones are for this. If you see a blue harmonic cord, that goes for this device, this harmonic,
Okay.
like the little scissors. We'll see like Dr. Stefano, thyroid surgeons and stuff
Right.
like that.
Okay.
The gray cords go to these.
I guess he's saying the best thing to remember is the harmonic is the harmonic, the refurbished is the striker.
Right.
Exactly.
You just ask them which one to use and striker the refurbished one.
And then two, if we have a failed cord, that's what we're trying to piece together.
Mm-hmm.
Before, a lot of times I think what they do is it fails and they go, oh crap. I know for a fact, actually, the striker representative said this, it's the cord.
It's
So
the
they'll
cord.
take the cord and toss it in the corner, and then they bring in a new cord and they try to continue to see if it will work. Well, after that, we don't know what was used. Was that a real, was that my harmonic or was that a striker harmonic?
Right.
So what we're trying to do now is I'm trying to educate the staff that if a cord goes down, pull the cord aside for me, but also write down
Right.
what was attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
Was it this or was it this?
Right.
Because I think we're going to see, because a lot of the times I say if there's 6 cords, 5 out of 6 are good. Only one's an old cord. Then I'm like, hold on, this is a little weird. Why did these keep getting sent up here? So, of course, the cord unfortunately is not
You
here.
see, I just seen something too first.
Oh, great. So one way what we can do is we can test those cords, and I can show you how I'm testing them
Right.
to show you lives.
Yeah.
Each harmonic cord has 100 lives.
Right.
You should, when it gets into like the 20s, like 20 lives left, 20 uses left, that's when maybe you'll start to see a cord messing up a little bit, whether it's a reprocessed or a real harmonic. So what you can do is go in there and test it.
Mm-hmm.
If the harmonic starts messing up in the case, I can have a surgeon, a nurse or somebody go over there, test the cord and go, there's 70 lives on this. This is a new cord. And that's where we can look at the device. What am I using? If you see a blue sticker, blue striker sticker, that means, you know what, maybe it's the handpiece. So that's one of the issues that we're coming across. Or one easy solution if they start pulling the new one with the cord attached. This is more expensive, so only certain surgeons will use this.
Mm-hmm.
But that eliminates everything. What I like to tell people, the easiest way, which I'm trying to teach the staff, is if a surgeon doesn't like a reprocessed, if they pull a green button, you know you have a real one. The
Oh, okay.
only
That's another
reprocessed
detail.
ones are these.
Mhm.
If you pull this, or if they pull this, the cord attached, there's a green button. And that's how you know you're getting a real one. That's
Right.
the easiest way.
Oh, okay.
No equipment guy?
No, they actually had somebody up here, but he said he didn't know nothing about it. Troy.
Oh God.
Okay, so if you go into here, unfortunately I don't have a cord, I'm not sure what took so long there. When you plug in the harmonic, you plug the cord into here, and you don't even need a harmonic attached to it necessarily. All you need is the cord attached, which I'm really sorry they didn't bring one up. You go into settings
Settings.
and system information. Now, right now there's nothing. It shows
Right.
up just the generator. If
Okay.
there was a cord on here, it would show number of uses remaining.
Oh,
And there'll be a number right here under this. And as I said before, if you see it in the teens, the 20s, sometimes, yeah, the cord will start going a little messy. And that's why I'll tell Conway, I'll be like, hey man, there's like 20 little uses left, so I can understand why.
Yeah, yeah.
And then usually you order a new cord in preparation for that to die. If that says 70, 60, 80, 90, which we've had a couple 90s, that's where I would love the information on. What was that connected to? Was there a bunch of stuff stacked on the generator? What happened? So that's some of the best practices with the harmonic that we've been seeing and what we're trying to work on to see if we can eliminate some of these messed up cords or the cords failing. Do you guys have any questions for me in regards to the harmonics or anything that's pulled or the generator? I know you guys work with these a lot.
Yeah. No real question. I just wanted them to know about the cords.
Yep.
And then nursing saying that it's bad, it's bad, it's bad over and over again.
So once again, if you see something, if a harmonic fails,
So it would be better to check the cord first before you
Check
change
the-
anything yet.
exactly, and that's what I want to get across. Almost like, you know, they had those, our staplers, that there's a system going, hey, check this
So
first,
when you
check this.
but when you change the cord, don't connect the handpiece yet first, right?
You can, exactly, yeah, you can
you
actually,
can?
you could plug, you could
You can plug
plug
the
in the
handpiece
cord
and everything?
first and test the cord before you even screw it into
That's
the
what I'm
harmonic.
saying.
You
Yeah,
can
that's
do
what I'm
that.
saying.
Absolutely.
But can you test that with the harmonic on?
You can.
Or
With the harmonic on, you can still go to settings,
just go to settings and then
System information. and then it'll show you how many lives are left on that cord.
Oh,
So if there's a bunch of
Oh,
cords
yeah.
that fail at the end of the case, or if you get a stack, that's
system
all. If you
information.
plug it in, that's one of the ways you can test it to see how many lives are left. That's the biggest thing we're seeing. If it's in, let's say anywhere starting from, let's say 35 down, okay, maybe that cord's getting a little old. Above that, that's still a good cord. That should be working just fine.
System information.
But yeah, you can do that though. We can plug in the cord with nothing attached to it before they even gets connected to the harmonic, and you can see how many lives are left on that. If you see there's 25 on there, maybe you know, let's send up another cord here to have in the back table ready to rock and roll.
Once you, excuse me, get with the nurses and have them, like, at the end of the case, test the cord, or before the case starts, test the cord, and record how many lives are left on it, and then we establish some protocol, something where we say, okay, once it's here, we get rid of it, whatever you recommend,
Yeah.
as far as the time to start considering or either getting rid of the cord. That way it gets it out of the system and we won't run into the problem. You know.
That could be one, and I'm happy to help. I'm always available. I'm here a lot, and I'm happy to help with anything you guys need to make it easier. I mean, I'm here at least 3
How
or 4
many
times.
lives do you recommend have, like, once you get down to a certain amount?
I say under 30. Once it gets under 30, you'll start seeing the cord mess up a little bit, usually.
So what are you gonna do with that cord if it's starting to give us an error?
If it starts
And
getting
then-
there, depends on how many lives.
Okay.
Whenever he sends up a cord, he goes and he says, "Hey, this one just messed up." And if I look at it and there's 26 lives left on that cord, I always mark it. I let them know and
So
say,
just put
like,
a
"Hey,
note.
you should probably order a new one."
Just put a note there and then send it back downstairs.
And that's what we have been doing. Putting up.
Because all of that's costing the hospital money. I mean, waiting for another cord to come up, trying to figure out if it's the cord or the handpiece. Eliminate all that. Just figure out at the end of the case.
Oh, here we go, right here.
There you go.
Hey, guys,
sir.
thank you.
Appreciate that. This is the blue cord. I think so.
Won't make it
Yeah,
there.
the 10 lives, though.